welcome to the show. Sophisticated Ignorance. Chris and Corey. Let's go. Sit back, vibe, have a drink. We're about to get into it. You know what I'm saying? Whole lot of laughs and a whole lot of ignorance, man. This one for the culture. So tap in, vibe out, grab a seat, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your house nice and clean, burn a candle. We're about to get into it. Yeah. Sophisticated Ignorance. It's 2021, you know what I'm saying? Welcome to the classroom. Welcome to the classroom.
Welcome to the classroom. I am one half of your ignorant host. My name is Chris.
And I'm CD.
And we are Sophisticated Ignorance.
First one of the year, man. First banger of the year.
Man. We got plenty more for y'all in store, so just come back and mess with us, man. But before we hop into the show today, man, let me tell y'all about what we got going on. If you haven't heard about Anchor, man, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. First and foremost, it's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or your computer. You don't need any fancy equipment. Anchor will even distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. You don't need no following, nothing. You just got to go there and use it. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Again, that is anchor.fm to get started. So let's hop into it, man.
Let's hop into it.
What's up with your government, man?
Man, you tell me. I don't know.
What's up with your boy Mitch, man?
Man, look.
He blocking a lot of stuff right now. He a big time hater.
You already holding $2,000 from us.
Man, that ain't the only thing.
Yeah.
I was looking at an article, man, and just to get into some governmental type news, man. This man allegedly blocking 275 bills from being passed.
Bro, that's a lot of bills.
A lot of bills. And
That's
I ain't talking about
bills.
Destiny's Child's Can You Pay My Bills? I'm talking about bills that's going to help people, no pun intended, pay their bills.
Right.
Like you mentioned, the $2,000 stimulus. He was like, nah, y'all good with $6. Go ahead, get $600.
Come on, man.
Get $600. I don't understand the reasoning. I don't know why or what would make him even.
You give us
like
$1,200 and then go down to $6?
First of all, you give us $1,200 for 9-10 months of sitting
Right.
being stuck. You know how many people lost their jobs? How many people haven't had opportunities?
Must be nice to make six figures and say yes or no to
you ever
the
seen
bills.
his hands? Just all purple and veiny and stuff. It look gross. But back to this, man. This man blocking $15 minimum wage, blocking the decriminalization of weed from like that could
from
be
anywhere
from the country.
Yeah,
like, just because.
Come on, man. When
So
you got state system.
I say that to say this, man. If y'all in Georgia, please vote. I believe
you got to.
I believe it's January 5th. Y'all be able to vote, man. Please vote. Get that man up out of there. He messing up the money for real.
Look, he got to go just because he holding my 2 racks for me.
Bro.
You know?
Hey, I've been trying to do another stimmy shimmy. That's my dance name for it.
Yeah?
Stimmy shimmy.
Oh yeah.
Since I got that first 12, man, but it ain't hit the same, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Granted, I was able to keep my job. So shout out to the people who weren't as fortunate, man. If y'all still holding your head, keep pushing, man. Don't give up. Keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. But any other news you got for us, man?
Man, I do. I got
talk
something
about
that
some funny stuff.
Yeah, I got something that the people might like. You know what I'm saying?
What's that?
Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul.
What?
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather versus Logan
you talking
Paul.
About
man.
50-0 Floyd, money Mayweather.
Money
Floyd.
Mayweather out here fighting a below amateur boxer because Logan Paul, his brother Jake Paul, just knocked out. He just put on for the culture, for the white culture.
He dropped Nate.
Yeah, he put Nate to sleep. I seen Nate in a bunch of Tempur-Pedic mattress memes killing me.
Was nuts.
I think I seen one meme that said Tempur-Pedic mattress $500 off.
I got a confession. I didn't know that they was 2 different people. Like, don't kill me, YouTube.
They do kind of look alike.
I thought they was twins.
Yeah,
real talk. I thought they was twins.
Very similar.
I thought it was like, I thought he had like an alter ego thing going on because I'm not really a big follower in that aspect. But I'm going to be watching this time because his brother put on the show. Now, granted, Nate Robinson and Floyd, not the same people at all.
Definitely not.
Floyd is obviously 50-0, but what makes you think he want to take these fights? Like, is it just for the money at this point or is he just bored?
Clout.
You think clout?
Clout.
It's Floyd, though. Everybody knows Floyd. People who hate him know him. People who love him obviously know him. Like, what's the point?
Everybody wants a piece of that clout cake. You know what I'm saying? And I think he has like one professional fight or something. I think he fought KSI. Did he lose to KSI or did he win that one?
I think he lost. If I'm not mistaken, Logan Paul is, let me check, 0-1. Yeah, 0-1.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know what the point is. I know Floyd had a funny quote saying that the YouTube girls need to find a Barbie to play with.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of funny to me.
Definitely.
But, I mean,
hey,
are you gonna pay for it?
I'm not gonna pay for it at all. I'm trying to watch it on somebody else's dollar. Maybe they're showing it at Buffalo Wild Wings, Hooters. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I go grab some shrimp.
Yeah,
shrimp,
Hooters my spot. I like to slide up on Hooters.
I don't like the wings too much because they
Nah,
overbread them. But
it's
I can
just the
mess with
shrimp.
Yeah,
The shrimp and the beer.
Yeah,
Shrimp
I ain't
and the
mad
beer,
at that.
man.
Not mad at that.
Mm-hmm. Shrimp and the beer.
But yeah, man. So that's two current topics we're talking about right now. But our episode today is going to be about social media, man. You know how it's affected things, how it's been a positive, how it's been a negative, all of that in between, man. So my first question to you about social media,
We gotta get in this to early. We getting in this
man,
early.
We getting into
This
it
must
early,
be
man.
gonna-
We not
good topic.
We're not gonna waste no time, man.
Okay.
2020 wasted a lot of people's time. So 2021, we on positive
that
vibes
it did.
only.
2020 owe me some money.
For real. We
Big
moving,
money.
We moving. We ain't wasting no time, man. So let's go ahead and get into it. We done had social media since 2003.
Yeah,
When the first thing
MySpace.
kicked off, MySpace. You know, if you're too young to remember MySpace, sorry,
MySpace
was
hit
that
the
thing.
scene hard.
MySpace was that thing, man. If you don't know about MySpace, that's where Soulja Boy come from. Put it like that.
Hey, Soulja
Soulja
Man.
Boy. Hey,
Oh,
that
Soulja
was
Man,
that.
Soulja Boy.
That was that dance, man.
Came out there with a big ass 6XT on.
That was a whole wave. Don't you try to do
That
that.
was.
So you ain't have a tall tee?
I did have a tall tee.
You wore the sticker too, didn't you?
And I ain't wear no sticker,
Oh,
but I
come
had the
on,
tall
man.
tee, baggy jeans.
You flagging.
Because I remember before Soulja Boy, I was on that LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay, the one
roll
leg
up my pants
I
leg.
got you, I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah.
You aging yourself, but LL
Hey.
was that dude. He was a ladies' man for real.
He was.
Back to social media, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what about social media you think has been good or bad over the last 10 years? You know, let's just use a big gap because we in 2021 now. You know, we don't need to be specific, but let's just say
Good?
10 years. Yeah.
I want to say from social media, the good has been, you know what I'm saying, just it being an avenue for everybody to reach, you know what I'm saying,
The connectivity.
certain people, you know, or to gather a fan base and to actually, you know, be interacting with people without having to physically be in front of them.
Yeah.
You know
I think
what I'm saying?
that's a positive we could definitely
I definitely
relate to.
dig that. You know what I'm saying? Just the growth of that, you know what I'm saying, bring people popularity and everything like that. One negative or it has its ups and downs. It has
Everything
a
got
few
pros and
negatives,
cons.
but the negative, man, to me, man, it's too accessible. And what I mean by too accessible, when we talking
example?
about age groups, it's too accessible.
So you mean like the younger kids?
The younger kids.
So do you think that has an effect on parenting?
Yes, it does.
Like
It definitely does because parents nowadays, I'm not going to say my generation, but this new generation of parents are not monitoring their kids, you know what I'm saying, social media or technology use.
You know how you used to, not to cut you off, you know how when you used to go to the park, your mama or whoever watching you, come back when the lights go on.
Right.
Now I could just check your location on your
on your
last
iPhone.
post and see where you're at, and I could just come pull up if you ain't home on time. That's
Right.
funny. Like as a parent, do you think social media is you gonna be more investigative, or you gonna let your kids be free? Like, how do you monitor that? Because obviously we grew up in a different era.
Yeah.
So now it's like you got to worry about the predator type people that's online. Like if you have a daughter, you know, son too, because you know there's people out there that
you gotta
unfortunately do things to all types of kids.
You got to give them just enough rope to hang themselves with, but for you to also be able to
and that
save
is an
them.
expression. That's not a literal reference.
Right.
Please do not take it out of
Come on
context.
now, for you left wings, you know what I'm saying, leftists, everybody out there. But yeah, man, you got to give them just enough rope to hang themselves, but keep yourself enough slack to save them. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going, as a parent, you're not going to always be there to protect your child from everything. They go to school 7 hours a day. You're not going to be able to monitor.
That's the scary part too.
You know,
like,
what they intake while they're at school.
Because you can be the most strictest parent at the house, and I have a philosophy about it. Like I feel like the stricter you are at home, the more your kids try to get away from the house.
Right.
And like you said, if my kid at school 7-8 hours a day, if I don't give them a phone, not saying that they need one at a certain age, but they friends got them, so they can see whatever.
So they can see whatever.
You know, and then you kind of get your kid to be manipulative because they telling you, no, I haven't seen it or I'm not on it.
But then the pro of you giving them a phone is that you always have contact with them. So if they do happen to get in trouble or get into
they can
incidents,
contact
you know what I'm saying? They can
it's
contact you.
Like I think I had my first phone 7th grade, maybe
I had mine in the 5th grade.
My first phone was
my daddy got me a Nokia.
Nokia with the block,
Verizon Nokia,
the block phone with the snake game on it. Hey, you old,
with the flashlight at the top.
That was that phone right there. That was my first phone.
Yeah, with the flashlight.
I honestly miss sidekicks, not sidekicks. The razors, the flip phone.
Yeah.
That was on my phone. Man.
Mm-hmm.
I hope they come back out with one. I think they might be, but with all these apps and
they
stuff,
came out with something similar.
It'll be too hard though, man. It's not the same. But yeah, like I think parenting now is difficult with social media, man. Like it's so much to monitor. You could have a kid that's, doing what they're supposed to do in school or whatnot, but you tell them not to access certain sites. Granted, you could put the blocks up,
block on it.
Man, kids smart, bro. They know how to figure that stuff out, man. Like,
and then parents are just too short of a page. My patience is too short. So if I block a certain thing, then it may block similar videos that I not necessarily show that content that they like.
Yeah.
So now let me take off the whole block so they can get back to that material.
And it's I think I saw something once like with the YouTube Kids stuff. There was a video of like some demonic looking thing.
Oh yeah, with the big eyes, how to kill yourself with the chicken feet and
like,
stuff.
That's wild, bro. Like what? It had to be an adult.
My daughter never seen it. Right.
But who does that,
bro? We know, but I'm not gonna say that word because I don't like to pull race cards.
You're right. Shoot, speaking of people doing crazy stuff on social media, you ever seen it's a Netflix doc called "You Don't F with Cats"?
No,
bro. It's some dude in I want to say Canada or the UK, something like that. Forgive me if I'm messing up the location, not to mess with nobody's country or nothing, but he was literally like videotaping himself murdering cats a different bunch of ways in bags and drowning them and stuff just for the clout.
No life, bro.
Just for the clout.
You have no heart, because that's a living thing.
But like, what will be the point? Like, you just trying to get away, or you just trying to get attention?
There's people out there who like that, man.
That's crazy. That's one thing that I do wish would change about social media, though, man. Like people doing stuff just for attention, because in this day and age, man, everything's so fast paced.
IG models,
you gotta
IG models, perfect example, doing everything for attention.
Do you feel like they set a bad example for kids who look up to them, or
they set a bad example for the younger female generation? Because I always feel
like it fall on the parents, but I can understand where you're coming from, because as a parent, like you were saying, you can't stop a kid from seeing, not even stop, but you can't dictate what somebody else may show them, what they could be introduced to when you're not around. And also, with that being said, like, you got to also educate your kid. Like, just because you can see something don't mean it's automatically going to just make you do it.
Right.
Like the whole the example.
But too much of it can become a bad influence.
I was going to say, like, the Grand Theft Auto example.
Yeah.
Like, kids was playing GTA, and then they going around knocking people out, walking around doing it because it looked funny. But it's like, I remember that when it came out, like, plenty of people was complaining about the game, trying to sue the game. Like, you could just not let your kid play it, or explain to them the difference between reality
when San Andreas came out and CJ was from Grove Street. I'm from the east side of Tampa. I'm from 43rd, so when you said Grove, we was lit, boy.
Man, that was a fun game. I remember
we felt like it was a personal shout out.
I was in middle school, like I don't remember which model it was. It was PS1 though. I'm definitely old enough to remember PS1. And we had all the codes, so we would put all the
cheat codes in, cheat code for the money, the planes,
everything,
yeah.
But now it's so fire to where you could play online and have your own crew running stuff, man. It's fun, but
businesses and everything.
It's definitely like you were saying, too much of the wrong influence can mess you up, and that's the scariest part about social media, man, because you can't monitor it all, but you gotta hope that you raise your kid right, just from a parenting aspect, man, and like. Do you think it's just because of the different time period we in? Like
it's a different time period. Time changes everything.
Could you imagine your grandma watching your Twitter or your Instagram telling you, "Boy, you better get in this house"?
Bro, my grandma got a Facebook.
Whoa, yeah, my grandma got
a Facebook.
My grandma like 85, she got one, but she don't got no picture.
And then I hate when old people have Facebook because all they do is post them little stupid behind teddy bears with the hearts and stuff saying good morning. Don't know how to do nothing else.
I got an uncle who always take every picture, all his selfies, like they looking down. I used to see his face like that.
Or them old dudes who be taking a picture and just be straight faced at the camera like, you ain't gonna smile, bro.
Man, that junk is funny, man. But it is definitely a different time period, but
we gotta change with the times.
You think we gonna become old heads like that one day?
No, because guess what? We were born in the technology era. We were raised in the technology era.
Yeah. We were
always advanced with it.
we were still learning how to use it.
But
when it started. Yeah, so we was the first guinea pigs, really.
You know what I'm saying?
So, okay, we was the guinea pigs.
Technology will never outage us because we were in that era.
But do you think the reason why social media or people gain attention from it is like because of our generation, like giving them clout for it or like making it a thing?
We were the first ones to. We made clout before clout was even a word.
You right.
Soulja Boy. You right. Soulja Boy got so much clout from YouTube.
Okay, I need a definition of like what do you consider clout? Because I don't think clout can be. I think clout has a bad aura to it. Like it has a bad.
But there's
to
good
it.
clout and bad clout, just like there's good and bad in anything.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
So give me an example of bad clout, and I'll try to give you a good one.
Okay,
just for the topic.
Bad clout would be what Tekashi 6ix9ine did.
I don't say that name, but I understand what you mean.
That's bad clout. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end, you snitching on everybody, but at the end of the day, you knew who you was messing with. You know how them boys move.
He did it just for the attention and the money and the fame. Right. And it worked.
Not to get off topic, but that's bad clout. You know what I'm saying? Because now he's a snitch and he's getting these views from snitching, or because somebody just wants to see if somebody's going to put hands on him.
It's like that's what I think the attention is for.
Right.
Not even attention, but the curiosity is now. Like is somebody going
to run up on him?
Somebody going to do something? Like that's what we waiting to see.
Right.
Like, but I think it's culturally, and I'm speaking for like hip hop culture type of stuff. It's our fault for even feeding into it because. Like we saw the play.
When you say culturally, you mean black culture?
Yes. Yeah. Like we saw the play.
But that's what we feed off of.
We knew what was going to happen when it started happening. Like you saw him doing stuff that somebody who we know he ain't a tough guy. He like you could just tell something
from his high school picture,
bro. You could just tell. Like I still think all his tattoos fake.
I don't know. It might be real. They might not be. Bro, the biggest pet peeve for me is when somebody that's not black says nigga.
Yeah,
he's not black, but yet you let him say this?
That's a whole
Come on,
argument.
bro.
People gonna say, well, if y'all didn't say it,
but that's social media.
Like it's
that's social
that rabbit
media,
hole
bro.
is horrible to go down.
That's social media.
That's just a horrible rabbit hole to go down. I'm not even
right. It's just too much. We'll save it for another episode.
Well, okay,
the biggest, to me, the most negative piece of social media out there, and I'm not gonna say negative, but I feel like it gives the I ain't even gonna say the culture. I'm gonna say it puts black people in a bad light.
What's that?
And a good light sometimes. World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah.
Because every time you go on, it's either a fighting video, some female on there twerking.
That's what I was saying. Like I wish we would. I mean, it's entertainment, so at the same time, you can't not look at it. But
it's literally like 97% black.
That
people own it. That's giving you the entertainment.
We run that. Entertainment is a hit,
right.
Like,
we the culture. We the wave.
Like,
we are the societal norm.
It is what it like. We set the standard for what's cool and certain stuff. So like that, I wouldn't expect it to be any other way. I just wish that, and I'm sure it probably plays on both sides. I'm just not like a big country music fan, or like I don't live in that area, so I don't really know how their society is, or not society, their culture is affected by stuff. But
right.
I'm sure they intertwine our stuff with theirs, but the point I'm trying to make
Lil Nas X.
I'm talking about like a Eminem type.
Okay.
Like that. Because he's still, at the end of the day, he's still black. But okay.
Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, you're right. But
Dolly Parton.
Not even bad clout chasing, but a good clout. Like how can that not how can, but a good clout would be what? Somebody like doing something to promote something, right?
Good clout.
That's like a promotional thing. Because you're not doing anything
something to what?
To promote your brand. Like for instance, what's the dude? Drewski. He always doing funny stuff. Mm-hmm. But he not out here like, you remember the dude Bonk?
Bonk Gang.
You remember him?
Yeah. He switched up real hard now.
He made a life changing decision because he was switched up real hard. He was about to be out of here. Like that was a time period where people started doing more and more crazy stuff, running around, grabbing stuff from stores just for and it's
grabbing
not
stuff
his
off
own
of
fault,
people.
But that's because he realized, we gave him, not we as in us, but like we as in social media
gave him clout,
gave him that attention. Attention is a drug, bro.
Attention and clout. That's negative clout.
Okay.
Attention.
When you're doing something just for attention.
When these people who got money or these Z-list celebrities, you know what I'm saying?
You shout out Z-list.
Z-list, you know what I'm saying? You got money, you famous, but you ain't up there yet. Like when they show themselves giving money to homeless people,
Yeah,
like,
I
come
hate
on,
that.
what's understood
I
ain't got to
hate
be
that.
explained.
I hate
You
that,
want
man.
what you doing? If you doing it for the likes,
I hate that, bro.
you know
if
what
you're
I'm
gonna do
saying?
something, just do it.
And then I know you giving him $100 for the camera.
Yeah,
You get what I'm
'Cause
saying?
once the
'Cause
camera cut, you might pull it out.
you
take
might
20.
take it back, or if I give homeless people 10. I'm a vet, so you know what I'm saying. Anytime I see somebody homeless, I break bread with them. It's nothing. I leave tips. I leave $10 tips. You know what I'm
Minimum,
saying?
yeah.
Minimum.
Yeah.
You know, if her service bad, then she might get 8. But I know that's how she make her money. But you know what I'm saying. The giving of something to someone on camera who is less
To me, it's so
fortunate than
fake.
you,
It's just fake.
that's clout.
I mean, I get it. Like if you trying to, but see, okay, what about Christmas time? Everybody trying to give stuff out and do.
But
stuff.
that's different.
Okay,
That's
so
different.
that don't fall in that category.
No, because
That was what I was
that's
gonna say.
tradition.
Okay,
You get
so
what I'm
like
saying?
when a celebrity or something go in Walmart and pay for everything, and they happen to record
That's
it,
tradition.
they just promoting that they
Because
doing something.
that's what we seen.
That's what I like though. Like the positive of that. Like that's what should be shared more on social media instead
Yeah.
of, like you were saying, like the world star aspect is always a fight or it's always somebody like I don't too much mind like people getting hurt. Like if they're not doing it on purpose, if you doing like a stunt in your backyard or you trying to jump in the pool and you having to fall on the ledge, that's just funny.
I think the videos, the media get me, the fight videos when somebody get their head bust open. Like,
Oh, yeah.
it don't. I'm not like a gory type person, but I'm just sitting there like, this man just got his head bust open, and everybody got a camera out. Ain't nobody gonna help him.
Yeah.
Y'all about to be an
Excuse me.
accessory to a murder.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Ain't nobody
If
finna
somebody
render him
get
aid.
charged for that might be actually the stopping point of it because like I don't think anybody has been yet. But I remember when it was a whole lot of the the social justice stuff going on and the craziness with shootings and stuff. Facebook was flagging a lot of things and taking them down because I'm assuming because of that same reason. I
Right.
don't really know, but it's social media can be a great gift. Like how you were saying, it helps people connect. It helps you stay in touch with people. Like I'm sure there's plenty of people who I don't talk to on the regular who I'm friends with on social media, but
Right.
when I see them post a picture, it's good to catch up, blah, blah, blah. That aspect of it is perfect for, and that's what it was made for.
Right.
But I think it kind of transformed into like this, not a money grab because you can make money from it and it's a great way to monetize.
Right.
Shoot, we got a podcast because of social media,
Right.
but like people who do the negative,
It's an entertainment thing.
it's like you want the attention, but how far are you willing to go? Okay, let me ask you this: what's something you wouldn't do for money? Because some people don't have a no.
I got hella no's.
I guarantee you, there's somebody who would eat dog shit for money. I guarantee you, there's somebody that would do it.
My stomach ain't built for that.
Like
You can offer me a pretty hefty penny, but my stomach ain't really built for that.
would you even consider it?
I would consider it, depending on what the dollar amount is. I ain't even gonna cap to you.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'll think about it too.
I'll think about it. Now, as far as doing it, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a whole.
Like you
nother-
see them, you see the memes on Facebook. Would you slap your mama for $1 billion, or would you slap your brother?
Yeah, yeah,
Listen, I go down the family tree and slap everybody.
That made me think about Friday
And
at the
break
Next.
bread with 'em.
barbecue so good, make you want to slap your mama.
Hey, all I gotta do is slap somebody.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I like the ones where they be talking about, would you get back with your ex or do this or something like that? Those be funny.
Oh, would you get back with your ex or snort this line of cocaine?
man.
They
And
done-
that's the thing. The lady was in the kitchen with a whole bunch of flour, and I was laughing for days. That jump was so funny, dog. That jump was so funny.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite.
man.
That's one of my favorites right there.
I don't think social media is the worst thing in the world, but it can also be, like everything. You got to have balance, man. Life is about balance, bro. Funny stuff that comes from social media is the classic, though, man. It's like you get memes, I know a lot of people get news from it. We get everything.
You get everything from
Everything really from social media. But the funniest thing to me about it is watching, you ever seen the show 90 Day Fiance?
it. Mm-hmm.
Like they meet literally nobody from point A
Joe Schmo.
in Europe to backwood Kansas in America, and then the next thing you know, they're trying to get married.
They in love.
And that's one of the funniest shows out there. If y'all haven't watched that show, please watch it.
It's like a step up from Catfish, because it's not
Yeah.
a real catfish.
It's not a real catfish because
It's the
people
real
know
deal
each other,
person,
but
right.
It's like when you see some of the couples, bro.
Yeah,
It'd
you
be
be like,
what
how,
in the
bro?
world? are you like, most of the dudes that come over here from, I'm assuming, I'm not trying to throw shade or hate on nobody, but we know y'all just need a green card or just want to get a better opportunity. That's just like, just be real.
A lot of guys in the military go over to the Korea, get them green card, come back.
Bro, it was a dude that was in Morocco, and funny thing, it was a chick he was dating that was from Florida. I want to say Sarasota or something, but I mean, I'm talking blah blah. Like she
big block.
I'm talking about big Tetris block. Hey, and this man was like, I forget his name, but I think his name was like Aladdin or something like that. It was a weird name. But the dude kept stringing the girl along, man. She had a daughter. I felt so bad. And it was like her parents were trying to tell her. And she just was like, no, we had such a good communication. We fell in love.
So it's like
social media.
Shallow Hal.
But
he could see what he was doing.
He knew, bro. He told this girl they was gonna get married, and then like 3-4 years later, they still ain't married. They come back on every.
That's what I'm talking about.
Industry, like he just wasn't.
That's
they
what
had
I'm
never.
That's
had
the type
sex.
of ignorance I like to promote. That's the type of ignorance I like.
But he was using her to get like a hair store or some kind of clothing store over there. He was just dragging it on, man. I just felt bad for her, and it's like, even on Catfish, bro, some of this stuff too good to be true. Like
too good.
Like you could be a good looking dude, but if a chick start off or a dude start off asking you to send them money or any kind of monetizing anything, pay a bill before you even meet them in person, bro. Please be cautious. Please use your brain, people. It's not illegal.
You out here sending money to somebody that you ain't never seen. You know what I'm saying?
Man, it's funny. Speaking of Catfish, bro, you ever seen an episode of Catfish where the chick was posing as Bow Wow on Facebook? Had a whole Facebook group.
Yeah.
She was making like 3 G's a month.
She was killing,
pretending to be Bow Wow. And then
wasn't she a real rapper too?
She was a rapper,
aspiring rapper.
She was a rapper. But it was just funny because like the person who like thought it was really Bow Wow was like head over heels, bro. Like you just a normal person and going to school every day. What's the chances you gonna meet Bow Wow on Facebook?
I'm talking about slim to none.
And if you do, what's the chances that it's really him? Like it's not his manager or something. Like it's probably slimmer chances. You probably got better chances of making it to the league than that happening.
Right.
And that's just crazy to me, man. Like people don't really use like common sense sometimes. And I think for me, that's another a social media negative I could probably pick at right there. Like we have so much technology, not just social media, that we don't really use our brains no more. Like everything is just there in the app. We just look at it.
It's too easy. It's too easy.
Man,
so another good thing about social media,
what's that?
If you ever been to college, you know, boy, that Google.
Oh my God.
That Google, listen
Google
here. Google a reference, Google something, copy and paste into my thesis, please.
Hey, all this man papers got flagged.
Hey, listen here. Shout out to Janae who wrote my paper.
Shout out to HBCUs. While
shout
we
out
talk
to
about
HBCUs
schools,
too. Yeah,
shout
real
out to
hard.
HBCU. I didn't start my my first social media. I don't think I got until I was a freshman in college. I think I got after MySpace. I jumped on Facebook when I first got to college. That was my thing, man. But what else about social media can be positive, man? Like we just came from a year full of.
Social media was a big positive for a lot of the comedians out there. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of them were doing stand-up, live stand-up online.
That was very positive. That was very especially positive. In the year where everything was so down, man. You got stuff from coronavirus to continuing social justice issues. One thing I did like about, having social media as a platform was us coming together as a people, man. Like, throughout all the unfortunate deaths and police brutality stuff.
But that's the beautiful thing about black people, bro. We find light, we find joy in the darkest of things, bro. Like it's just crazy. I know you seen the thing about the dude who was singing. This is social media. He was on his son was recording him on TikTok. I need my stimulation.
Oh yeah, the rapper dude. Yeah, hey, he was.
Oh, he killed that. I'm talking about. I felt that in my soul.
That was fire, bro. I think he did one about food stamps too.
Yeah,
that was hilarious.
Ringtone and text message tone. Clip to play. Both of them.
Just like the dude. I think he might have been from Plant City. Hell to the no.
Oh yeah, to the no. My boy was dressed up, looking fly.
That was an old pimp suit he had on, man.
Listen here, Usher. Deacon board.
Shout out. But yeah, man, social justice, man, with having social media, it just was able to connect people from every protest, even here in locally, man. Like they weren't covering a lot of stuff on the news. It was so like irrational how they was making us look, and I say us as, black people, like we trying to fight for something or stand for something, and it was just like all they showed was negative, negative, negative. So if it wasn't for
negative
social
Nancy.
media,
they your people.
I'm only negative for some stuff, not when it matters. I'm only negative for the jokes, but like if it wasn't for social media, man, I wouldn't have known what was going on. I followed a couple people who was like really there, like they was leading the charge. They went to every one of the protests they set up. They went to every meeting they had with the mayor, trying to push the envelope forward, man. So shout out to everybody who was at a protest, man. Shout out to everybody who participated in anything over this last year.
Shout out to everybody who's just, you know what I'm saying, black and really out there making it.
Yes, man. Yes,
and,
man.
You know what I'm saying, really not letting too much of nothing bother them, because at the end of the day, man, life gonna go on. They've been doing it for 400 years, man. Just keep moving, keep trying to be change, keep trying to create change, and, you know what I'm saying, change the narrative, change the societal norm. Because like I said, man, black people, we're no longer the minority. We are the majority. We are the culture. Don't nothing get verified unless it go through us.
You're true.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Everything
is us.
Entertainment to acting,
fashion. Everything is us.
I've seen so many like fashion startups from social media just popping up, man. People really just grinding and hustling. Shout out to all y'all. If you got merch, man, comment your merch page.
Please.
We got merch. We could
send. We'll trade. Definitely. You know what I'm saying? But I want to support a lot of black owned businesses, big, small, whatever, man.
It's a positive thing when you use it right, man. But when people just get to doing the crazy stuff, the influences that can come behind it are just it's always more negative than positive. I don't want to harp on it like I hate it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's just so obvious that
it has this negative social bullying.
You think that's the thing?
I really do. Because these kids ain't killing themselves for no reason.
You're right. That's damn.
I done seen a little black boy kill himself because of social bullying.
That, bro.
You know what I'm saying? These kids is not killing themselves. Cyberbullying, yeah.
I didn't even think about that, bro. Like, damn.
These kids is not killing themselves for no reason.
Because imagine, okay,
it's so easy to keep trolling a person while they online like that.
Kids cruel, but it's different now, man. Like back in the day when I was in high school or even in middle school, like you could joke and it end when you leave school. It start when you come back.
Right
now, if you got on the wrong kind of shoes or you don't got the right fit on, they're gonna talk about you all day.
And then they're gonna go as far as if even if you block them from your page, they're gonna go as far as to creating another one
just to bother you more. And then it's like, how did that start though? Who do you think the first person to do that was?
Somebody white. For real, because
I mean they do a lot of stuff, bro.
Since we talking about social media and a lot of this stuff that be in the news, black people don't do a lot of stuff white people do. Ain't no black kid gonna go shoot up the school. Because if I come to the school to shoot somebody, it's gonna be you. Because I got a problem with you.
Not everybody else.
Not everybody who laughed.
Yeah. I think I had one incident with like that in school, man. A dude was getting messed with on the football team. He wrote a list of people he was going to knock off, and he brought a knife. Luckily, he got caught because he wasn't playing. But, I mean...
We'll just shoot the friendly fade. You know, we used to slap box
that was something that we grew up on. Like, if you fight and you lose, back to, Floyd and Logan Paul, man, if you get knocked out, you can't live through that no more because you get knocked out. You almost got to change schools.
In this day and age?
You got to change schools. You literally got to. You might have to move states.
Change your name, social security number.
Before, you could get knocked out and people that was there saw it. They could talk about it. Word of mouth, it might travel. But when there's video, I think the girl, you remember the girl Sharkeisha?
Yeah.
Bro, she's still famous.
No.
She's still famous.
Listen, boy, and Sharkeisha hadn't got her one.
I don't know how many years ago that was, but boy.
It was some years ago, at least 6.
She's still feared in the streets.
Yeah,
bro.
In the street. I'm talking Sharkeisha grown now, so imagine how much power coming behind that thing now.
Man. I mean, I know that's talking about parenting still, but at the same time, how do you stop your kids from, if you know your kid getting cyberbullied, what do you do as a parent? What would you do?
Man, I think about that a lot because that's my biggest fear of me. Like, my kids, they hit each other all the time. And I'm like, look, if you're going to hit each other like that, y'all better not be scared to hit somebody at school who hit on y'all. Like, you hitting your brother because it's convenient for her. It's easy because you know what I'm saying, mom going to stop it or, you know what I'm saying, save you. Whereas when I'm at school and you're at school, you by yourself, I can't save you. You need to know how to defend yourself. So that's the biggest thing.
Are you what's the word? Are you
teaching my kids how to be social? That's why daycare is necessary. Pre-K, kindergarten, school,
my
period
daughter
is necessary.
School. She only been in pre-K for 1 year, man. Her vocabulary's up, her just interaction, talking, and all that. And then, you know, it's kind of funny how we start kids off with talking and being personable and having personalities and being able to communicate, and then they get online and they get scared to talk in person.
Things like social media, not social media, but daycare and pre-K and school period help kids dissect dialogue better. You know what I'm saying? They can tell people's intentions better.
Not to jump too far off, because we can go down the road and talk about a whole bunch of stuff that involves that. But back to your cyberbullying point, like, are you a proponent of if a kid hits you, you hit them back, or do you have like a rule system? I was always taught.
My mama told me anybody hit me, boy or girl, hit them back.
I was always told if they hit you once, you tell them to stop. The second time, you tell the teacher, and then the third time, you hit them back.
Mine was jump straight to D, all of the above.
All the above.
I'm gonna come tell you after I done hit him.
Knocked him out. I ain't mad at that. I mean, honestly, I can't be mad at it. But it's just like, those are stuff that you got to think about as a parent. Like, you got all these social media platforms, and you got all these people who got access to your kids. Like, imagine if you post your kid's picture, you know, when they a newborn, and now they 9, 10 years old. They really grew up online. So like, can you really monitor all those pictures? Like, you following people, what are people like? Do you feel a kind of way if somebody just, you don't know, screenshots your picture of your kid and gives it to somebody, shows it to somebody? Because like, I had that happen to me before. Like, it was a relative, but it still felt weird. Like, it was like, oh, I took these pictures off your page and I put them up in on the house, and I'm like, it was weird because it was after the fact question that was asked, but at the same time, I'm like, dang, I don't, like, how many other people might do that? Like,
right.
Like, you know how people create fake pages and try to, it's just like, it's weird, bro. Like, it's super weird how that just happens. And, you know, people, you can't control it because you don't really know what's going to go on. You don't really know what's going to go on when they take the picture, or how they bring the picture back, or any of that. It's like, it's a scary thing. But I think if my kid was to be quote unquote cyberbullied, I think I would try to handle it like with the principle first, like who you tell, how you keep them from getting in more issues. Cause like, I don't know how my daughter's personality is going to be at that age where she could read something and get mad. Maybe when she start crying, like, I don't know. So like, I was never a victim of it. Cause like I said, I don't think that, I think it's a thing. I mean,
I think you were. Like, I was a victim of bullying.
I'm talking about cyberbullying, because to me, I'll just delete the comment or log out. Like, that would be my rationale.
I would leave the comment there and just have a whole argument with you.
Yeah, I mean, after a while, I get bored. Because
I'm ready for smoke 24/7.
I mean, I think that's just the Aries in you, because at the end of the day, we just natural assholes.
Yeah, I'm ready for the smoke.
I don't mind arguing, but sometimes
now that I'm older, I don't entertain the shit.
Yeah, I don't entertain it no more. But when I was younger, I'd be a little ignorant.
Catch me about 6-7 years ago.
I wasn't sophisticated back then. I was just straight ignorant.
Yeah,
but it's like, I don't want to sit here and have no full blown conversation with somebody about something that you probably won't even remember 2 days from now, because another topic gonna pop up that's gonna have your mind going. That's another thing about social media that is kind of not troubling, but we don't have the same attention span. Like, if you noticed, everything happens in like a cycle, like boom, 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 boom. It's like microwave. It's quick. Like, you could like you're saying, World Star, you could see the video of so and so getting into a fight one day. Yeah, that's a good and a positive. Or for instance, Nate Robinson, he got dropped. He was a laughing stock of the world. For
we still remember him because he Nate Robinson.
But he Nate Robinson. But
if it was some random,
you would have forgot about him.
You forgot about him. You good.
That's like the good and the bad of it. Depending on how big you go, eventually they'll forget. In a week, a week tops, it's another thing to look at. Another thing to stop circulating. So like, before, you get beat up in school, everybody talk about it the whole year. But now it's so much news and cycling going on. It's things that you can't even keep your mind around. But I brought up the attention spans because I noticed myself, like, I was listening to like older albums, like, you know, when songs was 3 and 4 minutes long. And after like the third minute, I'm like, bro, this is long. Like, when the song gonna be over? Because everything now is like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. And it's like, you get into the groove and you move on to the next song. But have you ever noticed that? Have you ever done it? Tried it? Like, go back and listen to an album from like 2005, 2006. Shoot, even 2010.
I'm gonna still listen to it.
But does your attention span change because of
because that type of music was like,
that was what you grew up on. But if you listen to a lot of the newer music, like for me, because of social media, I feel like my attention span changed.
I have moods though.
Yeah, I listen to music when I'm in the mood too. Like if I'm playing my game or something, I just want to listen to something. But sometimes me and my wife might be kicking it at the crib. We want to listen to some older stuff. And I'm saying older, like it's 1992. I'm talking about 2010, but it feel like it was 30 years ago.
Oh, I'm talking about like 1992 older. Like I want to.
That's I get that. But I'm talking about like if I'm just trying to listen to. You remember we went to the club on in school, like stuff like that. Like we at the crib just jamming or whatnot.
Pull out the stick. You try to live like an animal.
Those was oh my God, you just brought me back right there, boy. I can't dance to save my life, but I was in the club vibing to that.
And I never like, cause you know, us being from Tampa, we don't dance like that. Like we
it's
city
a different,
juke. So when I went to Cookman,
you see all the
and
Miami
seen
boys,
all the Miami boys juking like that.
Shout out 305, man. Y'all boys can dance.
Shout out 305 for real. But them boys, listen, a whole vibe. If the club dead,
they gonna turn it up.
Let them boys start juking, or them boys from Jacksonville start doing a whoop.
They gonna turn it up.
Hey man, whole club gonna go
Speaking
stupid,
of that,
man.
not to jump too far off for our topic, but I remember the first time I learned about Duval, and I was at the basketball court. Right, we was playing. Somebody fouled one of the dudes, and he was mad. He got fouled. He's like, "Damn, bro, chill out, blah blah." And the buddy who fouled him started talking back. He just looked at him. He said, "Bro, I'm from Duval." And his whole mood changed after he said that. And after that, bro, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you know them boys used to be at Cookman on the quad, jumping everything.
All you do, but when you hear that, it's like,
when you hear that stampede coming, a Jumanji stampede.
About 30 of them boys deep.
You better be deep. Them was the days.
Them days.
Them was the days, man.
Some days, man.
Them was the days.
Again, anybody at a HBCU, especially the great Bethune-Cookman University, shout out to you. Get that education.
Bethune-Cookman, the number one HBCU in the world, and if it ain't, it should be.
It should be. Man.
Yeah.
It should.
I don't care that ain't factual.
Some of them donations need to go down there.
I'm telling you, for real, man.
We getting the short end to the stick too long.
Always.
Too long, man.
Always. Even if y'all do listen, even if it ain't FAMU or Cookman, man, help out Flomo. Yeah. Help out Edward Waters.
Yeah. They need some love
Come
too,
on, man. They need some love too.
They trying to get rid of all of us.
Right.
You know? So we all need some love, man.
Right, man. Come on. Give us some funny, man.
The best way to unite people, man, social media again.
Social media. Shout out to Deion Sanders, man. For real,
Jackson State
boy.
University. That's a big look.
That's a big look for HBCUs.
Big look. Give that man a round of applause for that, man.
Give that man a round of applause, man. Jesus.
I honestly
we needed that clout.
I honestly thought he was good clout.
We needed that clout.
I honestly thought he was going to try to go to Florida State.
Yeah,
I thought he went there as but for him to pull that out the bag.
Listen, when you talk about it, just put a little respect because you said Florida State, there wasn't enough respect on it.
Boo.
You know what I'm saying? But ain't nobody trying to really mess with us right now.
I mean, I got kids I coach in basketball that play at Florida State. They my dogs for life, but I just can't mess with them.
Garbage.
It's not their fault though. They lost 2 coaches back to back. They lost a Heisman Trophy winner. And then it just went downhill from there, man. But I'm a Gators fan. I've been a Gators fan since Chris Leak and Joakim Noah, them boys was out there. So I just can't do it. I can't do it. I mean, Florida State might be a better party school, though. I can't say that.
Yeah. That's because fam right, though. And you know Tallahassee, a big circle.
Yeah, it's
FSU, TCC, and FAMU.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah.
Santa Fe, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, I mean, at the end of the day, bro, this has been a great first episode.
Oh, yeah.
I think we touched on a couple points that everybody can relate to.
Touched on something, just a little appetizer.
Yeah, a little appetizer. The full course meal going to come soon. Full course meal going to come soon, man. But we definitely want to tell y'all that since 2020 was so horrible, man, let's hope and pray that everybody have positive vibes for 2021.
For real, man. Everybody has big positive vibes.
Prosperity, anything you wish and pray for, man. Consistency, man. Keep it moving. I saw something that day that just opened my eyes up, man. It said statistically, people who make vision boards are more likely to achieve their goals. So if you don't got one, make a vision board, man.
Make a vision board.
Nobody got to see it. At
least write your goals down.
Write it down, man. Wake up every morning and read it. And just achieve what you want to achieve, man.
You be in your phone all day anyways. Looking at nonsense on your Twitter feed, Facebook feed, IG feed. Matter of fact, while I'm plugging that, follow us.
Yes, sir.
On IG, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook.
Check out our website. We will have merch coming soon. You know, we're trying to punch that out there. Again, if y'all got merch y'all want to send us, please
Link will be in the description. Yes, man, for real. And
got-
merch is coming real
Oh, yeah.
soon. Real soon. We talking about shirts, all colors, blue, red, green, purple, hoodies, sweatshirts, man. We might even drop a pair of shorts for you, you know.
I might throw some socks in there while you playing.
Oh, yeah.
A couple
yeah.
dad hats. You know we need them.
And all of this is, you know what I'm saying, 100% us, you know,
Yes, sir.
no outsourcing. And if we do outsource, it's going to be the black-owned companies. But right now, it's 100% us, you know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? So shout out to everybody out there that got their own business doing it themselves, you know what I'm saying? Because that's the hardest thing to do when
Yeah.
you don't have that
Shout
support.
out to everybody who
shout out to
made
that.
it through 2020. And if you lost
Big
somebody,
shout outs to
man,
that, man.
we pray for your family because we know everybody had a tough time with this whole COVID
Yeah,
mess, man.
for real.
If you lost your job, keep your head up, man. There's something positive coming around the corner. Just don't give up.
Your blessing coming?
Yes, sir. You got any shout outs this episode, man?
Man, I got a few shout outs, man. Shout out to Mac Vision Photography, my wife's photo company. The link is on the website, but
Yes,
I can
sir.
shoot it to you. MACvisionphotography.com. Shout out my boy Baron Bucks, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Upcoming
sir.
Tampa artist. You can also
Support
get
the
his
city.
stuff on the website. Florida Key, you know what I'm saying? Shout out my boy, he's a upcoming artist in Orlando. Starcam Photography. You know what I'm saying? I got a few shout outs, but
Damn, you take the cake to that one, man. I got one. Speaking of photography, I got a homeboy who's up and coming, man. Shout out to Biscotti. His Instagram is Shots by Scotty. Twitter handle Shots by Scotty. He's, you know, a nice photographer. He do a lot of the shoots down at Whiskey. When they
Okay.
have the clubs out there and stuff like that. So he trying to plug himself and get right with the vibes, man.
mm-hmm.
But other
like
than that,
that.
man, I think we
You
wrap it
good?
up. You know, that's your first lesson
We
for
good?
today. We in the
Hey,
classroom
y'all
kicking
first
content
lesson in the
to you.
classroom. Y'all ignorant graduates now. You know what I'm
know,
saying? Welcome
it's-
to the stupidness.
Welcome to the stupidness, man. And with that, we're going to have a great rest of your day. Wherever you're watching from, wherever you're listening from, please continue to have them good vibes because that's what we kicking all
Kicking
year
it.
long, man. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for
kicking
subscribing.
'em.
Like, comment, all of the necessary
All of that,
stuff.
man.
Share the video. We appreciate y'all, and we'll catch y'all in the next episode. And we
Hey.
out.